Here for KDSN Sports, I'm joined by IKM-Manning's Addison Mando. She finished in first in the 400-meter dash to clinch a spot at state and a PR for her. Just Addison, talk about the excitement. Your best race of your career clinched you a spot at state.
It's amazing. It's super exciting. I was really nervous before, but I think that just helped me finish and win.
And Addison, a very close race across the board. Just what did it take to get that win there at the end and clinch your spot?
Um, I think just being able to see her out of the corner of my eye just made me push and keep going.
And talk about the excitement of being able to go to state now, and what are you looking forward to the most of being able to compete next week?
Um, I don't know. Just the experience going last year was amazing. Going again is just so much more better.
And you talk about your experience last year. Just talk about now you get to go back to it again, and what do you want to see from your performance next week now?
I don't know. I just hope I can keep dropping time and do better.
All right, Addison, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Here for KDSN Sports, joined by Emma Peterson, the girls' head coach for IKM-Manning Track and Field. And Emma, a successful night here for you guys. You get one automatic bid and a lot of really good competition across the board. Kind of what'd you see from the team here tonight?
We saw a lot of really great things from the team. We know we were running against Fremont Mills. They're ranked number one in shuttle hurdle, 4x1, 4x2. And I felt like that was a great team to push us tonight. So all three of those relays have a good opportunity to try to get into state next week. We got a bunch of other ones too. 4x4 looks really good. The 4x1 looks really good, and the 4x8 as well. And then of course Addie got in the open 400.
And going into this competition, it was a really good race across the board and tough competition. How do you feel like that it helps build this team for that next level and the athletes that are able to compete in state next week?
We kind of joked, especially with Fremont Mills, that was the number one team in the state. So we're looking at, 4x2, 4x1. It'd be a really cool opportunity for them to go out and try to medal next week when we get to the state competition. I think being able to see Fremont today and run against them, I think that's something that's really going to push us, especially down the road.
Going into this next week, what's going to be the focus on it at practice with the athletes going to state next week?
Probably a lot of handoffs, especially with some of the sprint events. If we do manage to get those hurdles in, just working on that first hurdle. I feel like once they get that first hurdle down, they carry through the race. But Coach Skeen, I'll let her take care of the hurdles, and then everything else, just trying to build confidence. I mean, our 4x1 today, they broke the school record. I felt like that was a huge confidence boost for them. And then the 4x4, they dropped 7 seconds off their time, which was incredible. But now they're looking at they've got less than a second to that school record too. So we got some school records in mind. Obviously, want to be competitive too.
And coach, I know the season's not over. You guys compete next week, but what are you going to remember the most about this team, and how do you build on this season into next year?
This is just a fun group of kids we've got this year. They're just really excited for track. They ended the season on a high note last year, and all I've heard ever since, I'm their science teacher, so all I've heard ever since is when's track season? When can we get in the gym? When can we start doing stuff? So this is a group that wants to be successful. They're, again, constantly asking, how do we get faster? How do we make this better? How do we win a meet? So, their mind is in the right direction. They want to be competitive. They want to be successful. They're just a fun group all around, too. The right amount of silly as well.
Well, coach, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the success this season. Good luck next week.
Yep, thanks for having me.
That's Emma Peterson, IKM-Manning girls track and field coach here on
Here for
KDSN Sports, joined by the head coach of the IKM-Manning Wolves boys track and field team, Kyle Vanderhorst. And coach, we just finished this up. Two really great races to finish the night. Just talk about the night overall as a whole and some stuff you saw from your team here today.
We said from the beginning when the districts came out, this will be the hardest district. When you got a team that's going to be in Woodbine here, they're going to be in the competition for the state title down there in Des Moines next week. And then the quality, you look at the power rankings of 6 teams over 1,200 points or something like that. We knew it was going to be battleable. We looked at it as an opportunity to pull us to some really good performances, and I think that's what happened tonight.
And coach, you guys get that 4x100 victory. Very, very close race for the top three. Just talk about the emotions of getting a win like that so late in the night.
Well, it's a race we kind of put together toward. We ran it at Iowa State at the beginning of the year, ran well, and then hadn't run it very well or run it very often, and then we ran it at Lake City last week, and then now last 3 times we've broken our school record consecutively. We never had a team go under 45 at IKM Manning, and now 44.19. It just handoffs hit perfect, and guys were locked in, and 3 of those 4 guys ran in the 4x4 after that, and then broke that school record as well, 327.7. And Tyson Smith was kind of the guy that didn't run the 4x1. Davis Rasmussen ran that, and he had to get us off to a good start, and he did. And then Max Ashton and Abe have been so good this year, just phenomenal at everything that they've done. And I'm really looking forward to next week for those guys and a lot of other performances too.
And coach, speaking of next week, there's a couple of the wild card spots in terms of times and stuff. What are you looking forward to the most in terms of next week? Is it you're gonna have a few decent numbers of people there?
Yeah, we do, and we only got one automatic qualifier, but some of the times that we had, Jason the shot put 45:11. We hope that gets us in. He got second. Brock Kuzel ran 15:77 in the hurdles into a very good wind. That we hope that one we feel good about that one. And then our five relays, sprint medley, 4x8, those were third, and 4x2 was second, 4x4 was second, and then obviously the automatic qualifier. So you lay it out there on the track in a night like that, and I thought that we did that, and that's all that you can ask of your guys. And I know they're pretty pumped, and I'm pretty excited too, because you work from early March till now, and now you get an opportunity to go down and compete at Drake Stadium.
And coach, obviously you still have next week, but what are you gonna remember the most about this season of track and field and some stuff you can build on heading into next year?
Well, I think this is by far this is my 15th year, and IKM-Manning's only been to school for 17 years. This is by far our fastest team. We've set our school record in all four relays before the state meet. That is pretty special. We've had a lot of good athletes at IKM-Manning, and to do that really shows the dedication. And then we've always been fairly strong in the mid distance, and our 4x8 ran really well again tonight. I thought our D medley competed tonight. Didn't don't think that one's going to get through, but just the overall progress that our guys have made. To only have two seniors, and those two seniors, Cash and Abe, just lead us consistently on a daily practice on a daily basis. And then our sophomores and juniors have just taken the leap this year. Just I got so many names to go through, but just collectively, they're just a great group of guys to be around, and they just really showed out tonight. And I'm excited to see what we can do next week.
Well, coach, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the success. Good luck at state next week.
All right, thanks for the coverage all year.
That's head coach Kyle Van Horst of the IK Manning Wolves boys track and field team here for KDSN Sports.